Welcome to the Love Seat.
Thank you.
So, we've never met. We had a quick, brief chat via Instagram.
Yes.
So, tell me a little bit about your hair.
I mean, it is what it is. It just hangs. I try really hard to control it.
Okay.
I feel like I've got a lot of hair,
Yeah.
although I feel like it's thinned a lot here in the last year or two. It's naturally actually quite wavy and it's got a bit of curl in it.
So, what did you do on it for today? Is it left to dry naturally?
No, I never ever leave it to dry naturally, ever, because it goes mega frizzy.
Okay.
So normally I wash it twice a week.
Okay.
And then I put some product in it, and then I've got a hot brush.
Okay.
So I'll either blow dry it straight for work, or I'll blow dry it with a bit of curl in it, so it just kind of sits like that.
Okay.
And I suppose the last couple of years I've embraced a bit more body in it.
Right.
I spent years straightening it, poker straight.
Okay.
And then the
So,
last.
do you like the body?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Good, because I love body.
Yeah, I do like the body in
I
it.
think we all look better with a bit of, well, as you can see with my own hair, got a little bit of body and madness in the hair.
Yeah.
So things that I can feel in your hair already is you've got good hair.
Okay.
It is, when I touch your hair through here, it is very porous. Like
Yeah.
I can feel the cuticle. Yeah, the cuticle's pretty open from about there. So that will be my first concern. Now,
Okay.
these lighter bits, were they highlights or are they just natural fading?
So I've only ever had my roots done. There's a reason for that, which you'll see in a minute, under my root spray. I've only ever had my roots done until about 3.5 years ago. I had some highlights put in just to help cover some of the grey that was coming through. I haven't had any more put in
That's
since.
3.5 years ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
So those highlights would be about that.
Yeah.
So
It does lighten a lot in the sun, actually, my hair.
So the reason I ask about highlights, because if that was natural lightening,
Yeah.
I know your hair is super porous.
Okay.
So that generally
That is,
means that
yeah.
the hair needs a lot more moisture and
Okay.
a lot more emollients to kind of soften the cuticle and flatten it.
Okay.
But that's also why the hair feels very frizzy, because
It
the
does.
cuticle would be open.
Yeah.
Now, there is the first thing that I would recommend. We don't have time to do that today,
Okay.
but I'll tell you what my treatment plan for you would be
Okay.
to make sure that we get your hair in a really good state. We either look at one or two treatments, and this is in-salon treatment.
Okay.
The hair Botox or the hair scalp treatment.
Okay.
And the difference between the two of them, the hair Botox we use in the salon is collagen.
Okay.
And what it does is it doesn't take away any of your natural curl, it just takes away the frizz.
Okay.
And that will be probably the first step I would take.
Right.
Because it will lock in all those, it will flatten down that cuticle,
Yeah.
so your hair will be a lot shinier, but
Okay.
it will also bring all the body back into the hair. Now, just to clarify, you will find hair Botox in many other salons.
Okay.
They are keratin, they are not collagen like
Okay.
we do. We are the only we're the only
collagen.
company in the UK that does collagen Botox, not keratin.
Okay.
The second option is, if that is not strong enough, is to do a light keratin. And our keratin is called hair scalp.
Okay.
Very likely, it won't take away any of your curl, but that will be the second option.
Okay.
Because you would then be able to zhuzh your hair,
Yeah.
and it will just be. And it's, I wish I could actually have somebody here, because normally there's somebody next to me who's had that done. It changes hair. It changes hair and it changes your ability to manage it completely.
Okay.
Because the one that I would recommend, I love you. When I look at you already, I feel you need hair.
Yeah.
I don't see you with something that cropped
No.
or straight. I feel, and obviously I've never met you, it's just energetically what
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
And I think once you do like one of those treatments, it will actually give you hair. It
Yeah.
will give you the ability to actually manage it. But that's for a different day, but that's what I normally would recommend.
Okay.
When you shampoo your hair, what shampoo do you normally use?
So, until August of this year,
Okay.
I was using an off-the-shelf shampoo,
Right.
and then a family member came to see you,
Oh, who's your family member?
Helen,
Oh, yes, of course. Okay, yes.
my
yes,
sister.
yes.
She
Yes.
came to see you, and I listened to your explanation of her hair and learned all about the silicone and all of that. So I bought one which I've been using since.
Okay.
But with the plan being that I want to buy the Fabulosity
Yeah,
today.
we can definitely.
So I've been using it.
Right. Deb, I always say
only
to
since
people,
August.
right?
Yeah.
I always say to people, if you've been using silicone for a very long time,
Yeah.
a single dose of silicone can take up to 3 months to come off the hair.
Wow.
So some silicone, because you've loaded over years,
Yeah.
some of it can only come off with a scissor.
Okay.
And it's just
the way it
is.
Okay.
But you'll see, as you stop using silicone, your hair will start behaving in a different way.
Okay.
And that's what we want to really work on and encourage, to actually see what's underneath.
Okay.
So part of this could be that, the hair, now that you've taken this, you've been on it for about, let's say, 2 months,
Yeah.
that some of the porosity is coming out because the coating is coming off the hair.
Yeah.
And that will, hair is amazing. It does repair itself to an extent.
Okay.
All we want to do is not interfere with what nature has intended, but enhance that to make it better. That's
Always.
That's what
with
we
everything.
do. Okay. So I'm just feeling your hair at the back here. Okay, so the porosity is open at the back, not as intense as through the top. So I would almost be certain to say it is like this because this is also the bit that probably gets the most attention.
Yes.
With heat, anything like that. Because
Yeah.
when I feel it underneath, it probably starts. It's actually quite silky, and then to about there, you can
Okay.
open up. So we do have a little bit more longevity in that bit, which is a good sign.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start with the haircut first. Let's start with the most important question. How are you enjoying your length?
I'm happy to have. I quite like having some length.
Yes.
It's probably longer than I normally have it at the moment, but I don't think that I'm suited to short.
So I actually don't want to give you short hair at all. I know
Okay.
people think I love cutting. I actually want to retain almost all your length throughout. What I see at the moment, so I call this the Basset Hound effect. So with conventional hairdressing, what we've been taught when we go to school is to do A-line haircut on most people. It's a straight line at the back and then it comes forward. That's exactly what yours is. When we look at it here, it's straight here, and then when I bring the hair forward, these are the two bits that is the longest.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see it comes A-line like that. What that does, it makes it very flat here, but it makes it very bulky
it does.
through there. Now, as soon as I take these bits and I do that, instantly your face opens. Now, with the fringe, I quite like the fringe. I also quite like that the fringe is not too heavy because the hair's not got too much volume through here, it will make it very heavy if that was too full. But I want to keep all of this length. Your hair needs to be properly layered through, not over layered, because a lot of people think that if I say layered, I mean like loads. But this here, we can bring that up a lot more, actually take away all of that shape to actually give it the illusion that you're slightly longer, and then opening up the face through there, and your hair would look like a supermodel.
Let's do that.
And it's so the haircut's the thing that I'm actually on your hair the most excited about. I think it will look very good. Color wise, now I hate to say this, I really like your color.
Shout out to my hairdresser, Steph.
I normally, when people come in here, I look at it and I think, dear Lord, what's happening? I think your color works really well. I think, so running through it, I think the fact that this is caramelly, but it's not caramelly to your root, works better, because again, if we do that, now when we look at your skin, you do have a slight bit of pink in the skin, but you've got obviously the blue eyes. Your eyebrows, are they natural, or you color them?
They got tiny little bit pencil in, only because sorry, that's all great.
So, but you still have eyebrows, and because you are still young, I don't feel that making you lighter here will actually complement you. Because with your skin tone, you are what we call that kind of clear skin tone. So if you go that, it doesn't work. But the fact that you are darker here and the caramel here works very, very well. And the caramel here will actually make the eyes pop, but the fact that you are darker through the hairline will make the skin pop. Now, the only thing that I would change with your hair color is when we look at you there, obviously through that, the color is lighter than the color there. And that is because they use the same color on all your roots. what you should always do is if you think about your hairline,
Yeah.
the hairline, the diameter of the hair is much thinner than the rest of the hair. So they can, let's say, use a 6.
Yeah, it's
here.
a 6-7 that we use, half and half.
So you can do a 6 here,
Yeah.
but on the hairline you can do a full shade lighter and it will look the same. So when you pull your hair back, you do not get that dark, dense colour
Okay.
there. So that's the only critique I have. I feel the colour there is very dense. I would not go in with a lifter just because of the porosity. I will just say start colouring the hairline. Just one shade lighter,
Okay.
and then the application is very important because a lot of people do this and they just slap the colour on, the colour goes to about there.
Yeah.
But remember, if you overlap, that colour that's overlapped will go darker.
Sits on there, yeah.
So you want to make sure when you apply that colour on the hairline, you just do it super gently, press it, let it sit, that it doesn't overlap. Because you can, actually, if I do that, you can actually see that's very dense.
The build up.
Yeah. So that almost looks like a 5,
Yeah.
where it should be brighter around the hair, but not light.
Okay.
Yeah. So you use normally what, half 6, half 7?
Yeah, half
to do
6,
the
half
rest.
7, yeah.
So I would probably say you can start off going for a full 7 on the hairline, and then probably go for 2 part 7, 1 part 8 on the hairline eventually, and see how it works.
Okay.
Sometimes once you start adding an 8, it can go slightly goldenly.
Okay.
You don't want that on your skin because it doesn't work.
Okay.
So then you need to drop it down. But that you and your colorist need to kind of gauge
Between-
as it
okay.
goes along. But the rest of it, and I would say then what we'll do is instead of doing a global, well, we'll do a global gloss over it to just make it nice and fresh, and a really nice basing treatment. That's all I think you need for the color.
Okay.
But the
Thank you.
haircut, we're going to have some fun.
Oh, I'm excited. Thank
Well,
you.
Any other questions?
No.
You good?
Yeah, all good.
Let's
Thank
get
you.
cracking.
Thank you so much.